Jason and Ben, let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Sabbin cos'è che le cose baba con so felino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Welcome to Wanna Bet, the
Are we good?
Yeah, we're live. We're live now.
You're
on time.
Hey,
You're on
it's
time.
Wanna Bet.
You're on time.
We're here for now. We'll see you about 5 minutes from now, 8 minutes from now, whatever.
You're on time.
It's Jason. It's Ben. I managed to screw my phone up this morning. Disconnected its ability to now act as a webcam.
I will take part blame for that. I will take part blame for that.
You shouldn't take part blame for that.
I will take part blame for that.
Here's the real genius of the situation. Sometime while I was at the beach this summer, I managed to switch all of my settings to Arabic. So there's probably a really easy way to correct this. But when I connect on my Gmail, whatever, my browser in Chrome or whatever in my phone, everything's in Arabic. And there isn't a little camera icon that I can find. So I fight technology. Technology always wins. I'm Jason.
I think you're gonna get back.
I got this. I got this part right, Ben.
You do have it right today.
I got the point right.
You're pointing right at me. Yes.
There we go. That means I must be ready to have a better day today than yesterday. Look, our aim in doing this is to incrementally build your bankroll and to build a community here where we attack these things in a smart fashion, and try to be somewhat consistent. I've been an utter failure in that department. I'm either ridiculously hot or I can't hit a bet, and that's not normally how I am. And we've been doing this for 5 months, and that hasn't been the norm. But the last 2 weeks, that's absolutely been the norm. And yesterday was another example. Ben, if I ever do 3 things on one game again, throw a flag, stop me, okay? There has to be an ability for us to prevent the other guy from going off a cliff when we see him going off a cliff. I went off a Bijan Robinson cliff yesterday, but it really wasn't a Bijan Robinson cliff. It was a Zach Robinson and Kirk Cousins cliff.
Question. Does that include the primetime window where there's just one game? What do you mean? Do you mean a player 3 different ways?
I mean, when I've got yesterday in 4th down, Bijan first half touchdown, Bijan 125 in an anytime touchdown, Bijan 150 in an anytime touchdown. And I've been in a mode lately where it's either everything's hitting or nothing's hitting. Then you need to say, or me on the flip side. You know what I mean? Like if James Franklin didn't get fired and you went, I don't care if Penn State was playing Goucher College and Goucher doesn't have a football team and Penn State was only favored by 5, I would be like, I think I got to step in and save you from yourself. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. The worst thing is, right, that's 1 unit that we pissed away.
Right.
But the best thing is that's 4 units that we didn't piss away. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you there. I got you.
Because Kirk Cousins and Andy Dalton effed me yesterday. So are we going to try to put this up? We're going to try
to put it up. It's going well so far.
Okay, we're full disclosure here. DeAndre Swift, it went from a timeshare in the first half to all DeAndre Swift in the second half. Unfortunately, because of that, he only got 11 carries. He only got 13 touches. He finished with 71 yards. Could have caught a screen pass late if they had put that in their little book and tried that. DJ Moore got almost as many carries as him. I don't know. Like, it wasn't the groin because when they fell behind, there's DeAndre Swift. There's the touchdown. There's the screen pass. Baker Mayfield, he threw one to Cade Otton. They called it a touchdown. They ended up putting the ball on the 1-inch line. That would have only been 1 passing touchdown from Baker. He's gone back-to-back games without throwing 2 passing touchdowns for the first time in forever. Rico Dowdle had like 56 yards on 8 carries. Hubbard was, we needed 50 scrimmage out of him. He was around 30. The second half, they ran no plays because Andy Dalton just absolutely, I don't know what to call that, Beltway, Ben. It was subversive football. It was take a sack, throw a pick, miss a screen pass. It was bad. I mean, maybe not as bad as Kirk Cousins and Zach Robinson, though, which destroyed my ability to even have them throw screen passes to Bijan. So it was a terrible day for me. We were up over 40 units not that long ago. Again, it's been out of control with me. I've been a yo-yo, and I've got to fix it. Beltway Ben, you had a much better day.
Well, first three downs, yes. We did lose all three overtime parlays. Jonnu Smith, we needed 20 yards from, we didn't get. Dalton Kincaid needed 25 plus. He catches his first pass for 23. I'm checking that one off already. We're good.
Yeah.
Doesn't catch another pass. So that was tough. And then we lost the other parlay as well. So we lost those three. And you made the point about Bijan earlier. I wasn't on him as many ways as you were, but all I needed was 25 rushing yards in each half, what Devon Achane did. I never thought it would be that way. I thought it was going to be Achane was the one that was a risk. Bijan does it easy. And no, Bijan was 12 short in the first half, and the second half they weren't running the ball much. It was pretty tough in those areas. But again, we had Saquon, we had that, we had 60 plus and a touchdown, which was good. He cashed that on the first or second carry of the game. Alvin Kamara, we basically broke even with this prop. We won a unit with 21 and a half, but we also told you to take 30 plus. He finished with 24 and didn't catch another pass. He had 24 in the third quarter, or the end of the first half, actually. He had it in the final play that he was in the first half, and he went down. I thought he was going to be hurt, so I was going to just mark it, but he comes back out for the second half, didn't catch another pass, which was pretty surprising. Again, we finished like down 2.1 units, but not a horrible day, but it could have been a little bit better.
I had a horrible day. You can get all my picks, which aren't usually horrible, in the Super Discord, along with Ben, along with EK. I don't want to jinx anything, but this quality of shot is like the best I've ever seen, Ben. The way we're doing it here. I don't know about on your end, but this is like it's popping.
We look to be in a good spot right now. Again,
I probably just jinxed it. I mooked our shot.
You moved our shot.
I definitely mooked my freaking phone this morning. That's fun. I feel like I'm being mooked by a corporation right now. I'm just going to say it, but that's life.
I'm going to say this. Moving forward, 5 days a week, during the week, we will be live on YouTube first, and then you can watch us on Twitter a little bit later.
On tape delay, like the old days. They used to put the NBA Finals on at like 11 o'clock at night after the local news, like 11:30 on tape delay. Well, that used to happen. Stanley Cup Finals. I can remember asking my parents to stay up and watch. It was the Islanders against the Rangers. Or the Rangers. I'm saying Rangers because Gretzky played for them. It was the Oilers against the Islanders during the Islanders dynasty in the early 80s in the NHL. And I remember asking, and we had no cable in Baltimore City. And I think CBS was showing the game starting at like 11:30 or midnight on tape delay. And I remember like begging my mom to let me stay up. I'm like, I'll just go in the side room where we had a little black and white TV. We still have black and white TVs, Ben. That's how old I am. Can I just stay up late? I won't wake anybody up. I'll go in the side room with the black and white TV to watch the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, I mean, there's still places. No, not that. And I would be in today's day and age, 2025, with the phone. Anybody who knows me, I can't watch games on delay. Like the illegal streaming sites and all that, I can't do it. I just cannot do it. I get alerts. I'm on Twitter. I'm texting people. Like when the games are live, I want to watch the most up-to-date stream. So UFC, I might do it like a little delayed. It's fine, but like other stuff, I cannot do the delay.
Is there any chance we're on the 30-minute rule with the way we're doing this now?
No, I don't think so. We just
okay. Well, look, we're gonna get to our bets, but the moral of the story: nobody can read my chicken scratch. But no more triple bets. That's what that says. And Ben, you need to hold me to that. If you see, like Bayern Munich was another one. 2 okay. Like, and that was a smash spot, and it still blows my mind they didn't score 1 goal in the first half against 10-man Borussia Mönchengladbach. You won't be hearing that for a while. Not until the end of the year when they play them again, Beltway man. I don't think we're going to be on a lot of Gladbach action unless they're playing Bayern Munich. Maybe Eintracht Frankfurt. Okay. So I suck lately. I'm putting that out there. Or I'm ridiculously on fire. Or I had 15 straight Champions League bets. So we'll find out together on this special edition of WannaBet that was supposed to be on my phone, but now on my phone because it's in Arabic.
It's working good on your computer, though. Might be a blessing in disguise.
Everything happens for a reason, Beltway Ben, including me getting skull bleeped yesterday. So wait, do I have to go first? I should still go first?
Yeah, no matter what the situation is with connection, stream, anything, from now on, you're going first.
So I never need to ask you that again.
No. You can put that under the no triple bets. You don't need to ask again.
Do not ask about going first. Now, I'm not going to see this page anymore after today. I should tonight, like as pennant, at the beginning of The Simpsons and Bart's writing up there, I should write at the bottom of every page in this book, no more triple bets. Do not ask. Do not ask about going first. I may do that, especially if this is not a fun game to watch tonight. I had a lot of trouble getting through that game last night. I'm just going to tell you. That just felt like a horseshit football game to me, especially the first half.
It was, I also needed Jonnu Smith. I'm done taking Jonnu Smith. Aaron Rodgers hates him, and then when he drops a pass, it's even worse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
MFing up down the field, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, here's where we're going. And I'm going to look, if this screws me, get me off of this one. I still really like it, though. And when I have backed off it, it's smashed. I've been tracking this kid since like week 2. I talked to my buddy Brian Baldinger about the Chiefs. We were talking about the Chiefs. He's telling me how much they like this kid. Keep your eye on this kid. And then he starts popping for a 15-yarder here, 17-yarder there. And now, obviously, I'm talking about Brashard Smith if you're a Spotifyer. Although they're
going to hear it.
They wouldn't be.
Spotifyers listen.
Spotify's still listening. Okay. So if you're a Spotifyer, we're talking about Brashard Smith, who I've got 30-plus receiving yards at plus 240. So you look at the last 3 home games, he's got at least 4 targets in all of them. It's clear Mahomes likes having him on the field because he opens up the passing game even more than the other backs. You look at his missed tackle percentage, you look at what he does in space, it's just different than Pacheco or Hunt. But wait, Ben, if you just look at his yak, now sometimes he's catching the ball 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I get it. Here is his yak in his last 4 games. 31, 38, 31, 38. I do think he gets the 4 or more targets in this game. This is a very vanilla Dan Quinn defense. It's cover 1, it's cover 3, it's old school Pete Carroll stuff. They will give you the wheel routes to the running backs all day long. They're allowing almost 8 yards per attempt to running backs this season, 7.9, third highest in the NFL. Again, this kid elusive in space. They trust him enough, it seems to me, in pass protection to keep having him running more routes and on the field more. He's got a long of 17 or 15 in 3 of his last 4. And just the pure passing yardage, 27, 32, 21, 42. You could play him at 15 or over for pretty much even money, minus 115, something like that. If this is a blowout, they still like keeping him on the field, and you can't just run the ball. And when you're in 3rd and 8, it's probably a check down to him. So, I just hear Andy Reid and Mahomes think this is a toy that they can keep unveiling. On a primetime game tonight against the way Dan Quinn plays defense, I likes it. What about you, Ben?
I don't know. Like, both of us can cash here. And I was looking at Brashard Smith a lot last night. I was up pretty late trying to figure out which way to go. Ultimately, I end up choosing Isaiah Pacheco, just 7.5. Now, as I said before, both of these could cash. Isaiah Pacheco, We're seeing him get more carries, and we need receiving here. I get that. It's not the same thing. But more carries.
Tell the Spotifyers. Tell them what it is.
Yes, Isaiah Pacheco over 7.5 receiving yards at minus 114. Just for anybody listening. Here's what he is. The last 5 games. 2 receptions on 3 targets for 13 against the Ravens. 3 on 3 targets for 20 against the Jags, which we gave out on this show on that Monday night. 1 on 3 targets for 0 against the Lions, and then 1 on 2 targets for -3 against the Raiders. The Raiders game, they didn't need him in late because it was a blowout. The Commanders are bottom 5 in the NFL against running backs catching the football, allowing 41.6 receiving yards per game, 5th worst in the NFL. 67 we saw for DeAndre Swift. Amari Hampton had like 40 against them. Isaiah Pacheco, as I said, is going to be on the field for a lot of runs, but to me, they're going to be airing it out all night. We'll get to that in a little while. Mahomes is starting to feel it again. This Commanders passing defense is awful. They're not playing good. The Marshawn Lattimore addition at the deadline last year is not turning out the way they thought it would. He's getting beat left and right. All these guys, the linebackers aren't fast enough. I do think we see a big passing night from Mahomes, but I'll also start here with Isaiah Pacheco over 7.5 receiving yards at minus 114.
No, I mean, look, he's been alternating with Hunt, and then Smith sort of folds in. So when he's in there, look, there have been weeks where I really needed Pacheco rushing attempts, and it didn't happen because Mahomes, they blitz, and Mahomes just checks it down to Pacheco. So Second down for me. I think Rashee Rice has a big game here. That's not a huge revelation. They were force feeding him last week in his return from suspension to get his sea legs under him. Mahomes threw the ball, 30. I thought I had it written down here. Anyway, he had 10 targets. Yeah, Mahomes threw the ball 35 times in Rice's debut last week. He got almost a third of the targets, 10. He caught 7 of those balls. It was a lot of stuff closer to the line of scrimmage, intermediate, than the downfield deep threat. I believe that's coming in this game and maybe coming in a pretty substantial way. But regardless, his presence changes the offense. They want to get him fully vested back in this offense, and they want to make him feel whole. And so he is the primary. It's not Worthy. It's not Hollywood. It's not Kelsey. It's this guy. So 5 receptions. I think he's getting upwards of 10 targets tonight. Even if it's a blowout, they destroyed the Raiders. The game was over in the second quarter. He still got 10 targets. 5 receptions, 70 more receiving yards will get us plus 100. Now, I also like him to catch 7 balls or more like he did last week. And the way that's priced right now, the markets don't think that's going to happen. Maybe because they think it's a blowout or whatever. But I do still think he'll get 4 to 5 high percentage opportunities. But I think the volume in the downfield, the air yards, 25, 30 or more, I think that's coming. Now, my threat there is always it ends up in a flag and not a catch, even on a ball that he otherwise would have caught. But I think he can catch 7 balls like he did last night. I think this might become the Rice show. He has an ability to find the gaps in the zone. Dan Quinn's, I don't think he's going to be blitzing much. He doesn't have individual pass rushers, and he doesn't really want to blitz anyway. And I think he tries to make this death by a million paper cuts. So I think Rice is going to find those holes. Mahomes wants to get him feeling like he is that number one again. And he caught 7 balls last week coming in after hardly practicing and, being suspended and hurt all of last year. Second down for you. So it's Rice over 6.5 receptions plus 124 Spotifyers. And then Rice 5 or more receptions, 70 more yards for plus 100.
For me, I'm going to a parlay here. And now that you're using your computer, you can read again, right?
I can see the bottom of my screen. I don't think I'll ever be able to do a Zoom or anything like that on my phone ever again, unless I meet somebody who knows Arabic who can show me how to change these settings. If you know I'm pretty sure it's Arabic. Drop me a line.
Somebody might know it. You also could study up on YouTube. That could be a thing for you. Studying up on
what?
YouTube, figuring it out, see how long it would take you to figure out what that says.
So we should do a video about how long it takes me to figure out how to fix my phone?
No, you should
put a bet on it? Over, under, how many weeks?
No, I'm saying on YouTube, you should learn. Go and learn Arabic and see if you can figure some things out.
Yeah,
YouTube teaches you everything.
That's the way to do it, yes. Learn Arabic to fix my phone.
Yes.
This is so crystal clear. Ben, can I read it for you?
Yeah.
I have my glasses off, Spotifyers. This is how you're really missing out now that we're starting to figure this out.
Exactly.
Mahomes 250 passing yards or more. Rice at least 40 receiving yards. Marcus the Machine Mariota 15 or more rushing yards. That'll get you plus 102. And it looks, boy, does that look good, Beltway Ben on the screen. Again, I didn't have my glasses on.
It does look super clean. Now, I'm on Mahomes 250 plus in a lot of different ways. Now, I'll also say this. A lot of places, if you shop around, you can find him for 275 and a half. I would take it to 275. If you bring it down 275, it's basically minus 115 to which you can get him at that. Mahomes is going to throw the football a lot tonight. I'm very confident in that. We've seen him do it against bad defenses time and time again, and he'll pick on these types of spots. And this is an expectation for me where Washington is going to get pushed right down the field every time they touch the football. Now, Mariota does provide a little bit of a spark, which is why I put him in for his receiving yards. Or rushing yards, sorry. I think he's going to run the football. I think they're going to be attacking him. They're going to be blitzing. And he is quick to run. He's not one of those quarterbacks that wants to stand in the pocket. He knows his ability. Yes. He knows what he does best. 15-plus rushing yards is not an issue. He's not going to be kneeling it at the end because they're up or anything like that. We don't have to worry about that. He's going to be running the football forward, and I'd expect him to cash this in the first half. And then Rashee Rice, Jason just broke it down. This should be a massive night for Rashee Rice and the rest of the season, really. This is a guy that they were heavily targeting in his first game back. Now, he also dealt with the injury. It was more than just the suspension. They were comfortable going to him that much in game 1. I don't know how we don't see it tonight against an awful Washington secondary that opposing passing offenses have had success against. So Patrick Mahomes 250 plus. You also should take him over 274.5 as an official play. Rashee Rice 40 plus receiving yards, and Marcus Mariota 15 plus rushing yards plus 102.
You got no excuses on this one, Spotify. The only way that could have got better is if I could have done that. If I could have said that in Arabic. That would have been better.
Yes.
My phone can. That was a perfect segue to third down for me, Beltway Ben. Not that we planned it that way, because only stuff we're talking about these days is how to get these damn operating system to work. So obviously we think it's a big spot for Mahomes. Give me Mahomes to throw 3 or more passing touchdowns. He's been doing it quite a bit lately. 3 straight at home with 3 or more passing touchdowns and no interceptions. Geno Smith threw for 3 touchdowns against Washington. Like, it seems to be a little bit baked into the cake. Washington's allowing 8.3 yards per pass, worst in the NFL. Washington's allowing a 105 passer rating to opposing quarterbacks, 28th in the NFL, 12 touchdown passes to just 2 picks. So we like Mahomes 3 passing touchdowns, plus 150. We also like Mahomes 2 or more passing touchdowns. I'm with Ben. I think Mahomes is over 275 here as well. For these purposes, Mahomes 250 or more passing yards. And the Chiefs to score at least 30 points. Again, they've scored 30 or more in 3 straight at home. They've scored 28 or more in 4 straight. And you saw what Dallas did to this Washington defense. I think there's a template for Andy Reid. Oh, we got a little out of sync. Are we back? Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Are we? I think we're back. So Mahomes 2 or more passing touchdowns, 250 or more passing yards, and over 29.5 points for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's plus 125. And I do think they're the Chiefs because I think they'll be filleting Dan Quinn all night.
That's pretty good there. I do want to.
Did you ever watch the Muppets? Who's the guy, the Swedish chef? And he like on the kitchen, stuff would be flying. And he'd have he'd be like we double fist and triple fist lobsters. He's got a knife in his mouth and he's got a knife in both hands. I think it's Bunsen burner and the Swedish chef. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? No. You've never seen a Muppets movie. You do know the Muppets?
Yeah.
Animal!
Yeah, I don't watch it a lot though. You know,
I mean, you're at least vaguely familiar. Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Yeah, no, I know the Muppets. I don't think a lot of people understand though. Me, just for anybody who doesn't like, I don't get into many movies. I don't get into many TV shows. SVU, Law and Order, big fan of Mariska Hargitay, and sports. That's really all I do. But I did want to say something. I did want to say something real quick.
Yeah,
you gave out this play. I want to give out a play. You gave me an idea here with this. I'm taking out the over 29.5 points and I'm putting in the Chiefs money line. As you were just talking there, I whipped something up on my phone. Chiefs money line, Mahomes 250 plus, 2 plus passing touchdowns. It's minus 112. That can be a 1-unit play for me. Chiefs money line for the listeners.
It's now a 2-unit play because Meaty says, "Whoa, I want that one."
Yeah. All right. Yeah, 2-unit play there. And this, for the listeners, take it for 1 unit. We've talked about this on the show. It's just both of us are on it together. But
yes,
for you
yes.
guys,
We're not saying it's a whale play.
For you guys, it is a 1-unit play. Basically, these 2 things right here, Mahomes 2 touchdown passes, 250 plus passing yards, and the Chiefs on the money line, which you can get at minus 112. But for third down, the original third down play that I have for the day here, going back to the NBA market, we've had a lot of success in the NBA this season, and this is a guy that did cash us the prime parlay. I'm going to start naming parlays here and there when it's good to do, right? I think there's a lot of spots. The In the Arena parlay, that was a creative one. I got my girlfriend to tail it.
That was great.
Jason was on it. I'm sending Jason texts about Miles Bridges about how much I hate him. It was a Shane Bieber situation. Shave that mustache. What are you doing? All of a sudden, we see some more. He gets an RPM mode, starts getting
finally hits a baseline 3, and it all came together.
It all changed. But here we're going Derek White over 19.5 points at minus 110. I don't think this is valued right given what he can do. We've seen him score 15 points 2 straight games, and it were awful shooting nights. Terrible. Was not good looking to score the basketball, and they're playing a Pelicans team who's 0-2. Don't play a lot of defense. Some dudes do, but I mean, like, is Jordan Poole going to be the matchup here? I know what is going to happen for Derek White if that is the case. He is a pass-first player. He rebounds, but his 3 when it is on is a game changer for the Celtics. They're 0-2 It seems that they're going for the tanking way. I thought they might have some more success. They're not looking too good right now. But
Well, they're gonna be
Missoula's not
fading
bought
them.
into that yet. Missoula will have Derek White out there. They were down 18 against the Knicks on Prime that night. Thank the Lord that Missoula looks at it as a winning opportunity still. He had White in. They get back in the game, and White got to 15 points. Now, he's only over this in one game so far. I do expect a good shooting night. Derek White over 19.5 points at minus 110 for the Boston Celtics.
Fourth and short is a fourth and long with me. First, though, Ben, I just do want to show you. We're twinsies.
This is how many days in a row we've done the one a bet shirt. We've done.
No,
I mean, we've
don't
matched
plan.
a few times.
We don't plan. Even in Arabic. We don't even compare notes in Arabic. Fourth and short is a fourth and long for me because we're taking Mr. Rice, who's gotten a lot of run in this show. We're taking him over his long reception of 21.5. Look, Washington's played, 7 football games? They've given up 5 passes of 50 yards or more, most in the NFL. This is not a long number for Rice. It's not unusual for him to have a long reception from Mahomes of 30 or more, of 40 or more. Here we need 22, which puts us in yak potential. This could be a horizontal pass for 5 yards and, 17 yards after the catch. So I feel like it's a reasonable number. We do expect him to continue to get the volume that we saw a week ago. Even if the game gets out of hand, they're trying to get him back in game shape. So I don't think they're backing off of him. He's over this in 5 of his last 7 games. Now we're going back to 2023 for that because obviously he's hurt most of last year, the suspension for the first 6 games of this season. And I do think this is the week. I mean, this is the week. It's only the second game, but I think you start seeing the intent. Hey, we're going to reestablish that we can beat you 35 yards downfield again. I can, when Mahomes the deep ball, he hasn't really had that guy. Now he's got that guy. I also look. I've played Mahomes over 38.5. That feels high, given how their offense, the scope of their offense to this point. But I do think they try some bombs away, and I know Dan Quinn will be sitting back trying to take it away. But I don't love his personnel. So anyway, the play: Rice long reception over 21.5, minus 122. But we banned fourth and whatever.
Didn't know that we'd be going back to this. Didn't really want to, but
Interesting.
I got to.
You can't quit this guy.
I can't. He's a lazy dude. I mean, give me his height. I mean, really, this dude is just lazy. It's frustrating to watch sometimes. However, Luka Doncic is out. I remember opening night telling everybody this was one of my favorite plays in a while. It was one of my favorite plays in a while. Over 2.5 first quarter rebounds. He did it in so many.
It was your Mönchengladbach.
It was my Mönchengladbach. It was.
You said that well. You said that really well.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm getting clean. I've been practicing on off the air and to get ready.
Well, it shows. Your preparation shows.
But no, DeAndre Ayton. I thought for sure Luka's not going to take 10 boards from him. DeAndre Ayton would be able to get 3 easy. First game, Luka grabbed 6 in the first quarter. I'm like, all right, well, I look like an idiot. I told people to stay away for that reason, or to bet Ayton for that reason. Now Luka's out, hurt his finger. No surprise, hurts my fantasy lineup, but it is what it is. Hurts his finger. Now DeAndre Ayton is getting a revenge spot. I love the revenge spots. Anybody who watches these videos knows the revenge spots you can attack. Now this is a fourth and short revenge spot. It's a little bit weird. He could do it throughout the game. They don't give up a ton of rebounds per game, the Trailblazers. However, DeAndre Ayton is going to be the strong guy on the glass. I said it with Luka. I'll be pretty confident in Hachimura not stealing 6 in the first quarter from him. Yeah. DeAndre Ayton is the biggest man on the court. He's going to be stacked inside. The guys that he's guarding in Portland are not stretching it out. I do think we see DeAndre Ayton go over 2.5 first quarter rebounds, minus 125. No free shout-outs, but Bet365 is the only book I see doing first quarter rebound and assist bets. There's other first quarter props you can take on other books, but first quarter for rebounds or assists is Bet365.
And in soccer markets, again, and we get not a penny, unlike most of these shills from any of these books. If you're betting soccer markets and you're betting anytime goal scorers and you're betting multiple goal scorers and you're not using 365 where they have the sub on tab, so the player gets subbed off for injury or whatever reason and his replacement scores, you still catch the bet. Do you also have, I'm a Blazers guy. My Blazers can't really shoot the rock. My Blazers are a shooter short. So are you factoring that in as well, rebound opportunities? Because the Blazers don't shoot really well, and usually it takes them a little bit of time to build a lather up to start making their shots.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And like Shadon Sharp, they expected a massive step forward from, which I did too. I'm a big Shadon Sharp guy.
It's early.
It's very early, and he'll turn it around. But early on the year, you're right. And Anthony Simons, they were up and downs or valleys. It was weird, but he was a shooter for them, and that was like a big thing that he brought to the table for them. Jeremy Grant can shoot a little bit, but he's working inside middies. Shadon Sharp's shooting a lot of shots. Denny Abdia is not shooting outside. He's trying to get to the bucket, pass, assist. So yeah, they do have issues shooting the ball, especially early in a game. And as I said before, revenge spot. So I like 8 and over 2.5 first quarter rebounds.
Excellent. Overtime. Should I just go through mine real quick?
You have a question though on your overtime.
Yeah.
We said at the beginning of the show, are we like, because we both have a number of plays involved with the Chiefs, like their team totals, the spreads. Remember we said like to put the hand up if you see a lot. Does that start tomorrow?
No, I mean, well, the team total I've got in one Mahomes play and here.
Rasheed, you have 3. I was going to ask before. I forgot.
I do have 3. They're all, 2
but
of
they're
them
different.
are similar, one's different.
They're different. Like it's a different one. I'm just asking. I'm fine with how we have
You
it.
tell me. You're doing better than me, so you tell me. This is where we're here to help each other out.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to save me from myself.
Well, no, it's more of like I attack multiple spots sometimes.
I thought about going different than Rice. I looked at other people's totals, and then again, like the Mahomes 38.5. I mean, or I could just sit out 4th and long.
Well, no, because people went, no, we're not. No, I should have asked you before. We've already given it out. You like that play. I think you keep it. And I also think there's going to be big explosives tonight. It's just if the Chiefs do lose, this will not be a great night for us. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, if the Chiefs lose, I mean, we're in trouble. I mean,
but that happens. We're fine.
I mean, I could still hit the Rice stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because even if they're behind, they're going to be throwing even more. Right? I mean, Rashad Smith's not tied to a result per se. The Mahomes 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, the Mahomes parlay, if they don't score 28 points, the Mahomes parlay is dead, and this parlay would be dead. This hypothetical for now, parlay we're talking about, Spotifyers, is Chiefs minus 9.5, plus the Chiefs to score at least 28 points for plus 100. Maybe in the future we could ask people, should we mook this bet? And they jump in, you know what I mean? The first person in the first person to say yay or nay, thumbs up or thumbs down emoji. I don't know.
Do we move this? I like the mooking the bet thing. That always gives me a good laugh. Like he just moved that bet. I moved that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. Like again, I'm feast or famine right now. So there's no two ways about that. Do you want to lower this? How about you want to take it down to 23.5 and just suck it up for whatever that is?
If this is,
it's not 3. At least I don't have this in 3 bets. Now I do have 3 Rice bets, but they're all different. It's not like Bijan, where if Bijan doesn't score, all 3 of those bets are skull bleed.
I like this.
Or Bayern Munich. If Bayern doesn't score in the first half, all 3 of those Mönchengladbach bets are Aschlach Scheisses.
Yeah. Damn right. No, I think this is fine. I mean, if you like the Chiefs, I was just saying because earlier we had talked and you had said, if you don't feel it. But
if you want to save me from me, I'm willing to sit it. I'm willing to walk away from this bet. I mean, look, I can't walk away from I've made the freaking bet. But for these purposes, where we're trying to get people money in real time, if you're not feeling it, squash it. We'll have to come up with. I don't think we're ever going to get anything graphically. So I'm going to buy like yellow cards and red cards, right? Like an official would use in soccer. We'll do that, and we'll hold up.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like we give it a yellow or we give it a red.
Today I'd give it a yellow because it's not throwing it out.
So what will that mean moving
It's
forward?
a warning. It's a warning.
Pause it? It's just
hey, Betty, your next bet better not have that involved. You know?
Well, it's not going to because it's a. I mean,
first.
This isn't a best of 7, Ben. This is a one-off. I mean, there's not going to be.
Yeah,
the Commandos and the Chiefs ain't playing again unless it's a Super Bowl.
Listen, the thing is, you gave out Bijan the other day, right? I hear your first one. You also, you give it out. I'm like, and I also already know, but because you sent it to me the night before. You start talking about the second one, there goes the yellow. The third one, boom, you get a red.
Red card, that one,
right.
Like, buddy, you could pick one of these 3, and the other 2 are being sent off.
Right.
The other 2 are being sent to the showers. Pick which one of those you really like, and that's it. That's the only one that's surviving. I like it. So there you go. Yellow card on this one, folks. You've been warned. Chiefs minus 9.5. Plus Chiefs to score 28 points. Plus 100. Oh, my other overtimes. Oh, this show's going way too long anyway. Bulls money line minus 110. Atlanta looks really fraudulent to me. I am reticent to bet the Bulls. They always feel a little fugazi to me, but they're playing with confidence. A lot of smart people are up or high on them. I do think this is a good spot for them at home. I don't think Atlanta's going to travel very well. Atlanta's playing even less defense than they normally do. I just think this might be priced a little wrong. And then I like the Warriors now. I've done a lot of travel, getting to stay home, getting to chill out for a day. Dude, Memphis looks real. Again, I don't want to go crazy about a couple of games, Beltway Ben, but Memphis looked like, I don't think Ja's long for that place. Desmond Bain ain't Desmond Bain ain't walking back in that building. Like, nothing seems to fit or gel right now with Memphis. And I know the Warriors, have some faults as well. But I like the Warriors to win by 8 points or not tonight against Memphis. Warriors minus 7.5, minus 1.5. Look, our Bucks money line almost came through last night. I will say this. Giannis is getting in his next 3 games, Giannis is getting a triple-double. Came an assist short yesterday. He's dominating. They gave the Cavs a real run. Had a chance to win it late. I should have just taken the points, but I was feeling the Bucks. I think the Bucks are a lot better. I did not like betting the Bucks last year. I think the Bucks are better, and anyway, I'll shut up. I've talked enough.
All right. Another thing with Giannis assist, you also have no Kevin Porter Jr. and Ryan Rollins. I'm high on him and whatever Cole Anthony is, but I do think they trust the ball in Giannis's hands more. Of course, with no Kevin Porter Jr. in the court. Now we have 2 plays here. We did give out the parlay earlier that we came up with on the show. Chiefs on the money line, Mahomes 250 plus, Mahomes 2+ passing touchdowns at minus 112. Here's a new one, somewhat similar. We're taking the 275 plus that I gave out as an official play earlier. We're taking Debo over 50.5 scrimmage yards and the Chiefs on the money line plus 279. Everybody knows in these primetime spots, I try to give out a minus 110-ish parlay, and I also like to give one that is a little bit more plus money. I don't chase these plus 1,000s. I'll give out plus 500 to plus 1,000 sometimes, but I think that's the way that people will sell that to you, and they'll tell you all these different things, and they want you to go out and hammer it. I don't always really believe in those. I put them in occasionally, but not a ton. Here, I will take this, though. The Chiefs, we've talked about that. Pretty confident they're going to win. Debo over 50.5 scrimmage yards. This and Mahomes get us here. Debo is, they're going to give him the football. Krosky Merritt's been fumbling a little bit. Mariota wants quick throws. Scary Terry can make plays down the field, and it's his return. But for quick throws, Debo is the guy to go to. We can bounce off tacklers, and we also always have the upside in the backfield. If they're playing from behind, it's a lot of passes. Debo will be running routes. They say he's getting close to 100%. And then Mahomes 275 plus 279. The only scare I have today with my Mahomes props is a blowout. But Reed's going to try to run the score out. They're confident. They're trying to get things going more and more. Hopefully the Commanders can keep it close enough. A 2-score lead wouldn't get him benched. If they're up 28, we'll see some Gardner Minshew with that mustache. But I do like the Chiefs on the money line. Debo Samuel scrimmage yards over 50.5 and Mahomes 275 plus at plus 279. Final play of the day. Overtime is the NBA parlay. VJ Edgecombe 15 plus points. We saw him play the other night. Yeah, Trey Murphy 15 plus points. Rockets on the money line at minus 118. Now, I'm wearing the shirt. I am a Wizards fan, and I don't.
It's a cool shirt, though. It's a pretty good giveaway.
It is. And I was telling Maddie when we were pulling in, this is the home opener. I wasn't even thinking, this is the home opener. No. Crowd was into it. It was a pretty fun game to be at. But VJ Edgecombe, he's going off tonight. No Joel Embiid. This is not a situation where game 1 he scores 34, right? That wasn't against the two-way contract guys. It wasn't against guys coming off the bench. It was a tight game that was down to the wire, and he was in getting buckets. Now you're going to tell me Joel Embiid isn't playing. He already had the 20-minute restriction the other night, but Edgecombe went over this regardless with him playing. Trey Murphy's one of the most underrated players in the NBA. He's been in trade talks a lot. One of the best defenders we see, and then he can really shoot the three, can get to the bucket, good free throw shooter. And the Rockets on the money line. If the Rockets don't win tonight against the Nets, I don't know what to say about them. They've been bad so far this year. They're 0-2. I think it's a get-right game. Minus 118. for everything again. BJ Edgecombe 15 plus points, Trey Murphy 15 plus points, and the Rockets on the money line minus 118.
Yeah, I don't know about laying all those points with the Rockets because the Nets do have a way of coming back in garbage time and covering a lot of backdoor games that you just wouldn't. If you look at that, if you watch the first half of those games, you'd feel real good about your bet fading the Nets, and then you'd look like 3 minutes into the fourth quarter and be like, "What the?" One other thing I just want to say, this show's going long enough. But one other reason I really do like the Chiefs tonight, I like to look at family trees when I'm betting these games. We just saw the Chiefs last time out against Pete Carroll. Now they get even healthier. Okay, the left tackle's still not playing, and who knows what's going on with that, but they've been dealing with that for a few weeks. And they get a beat-up Washington team, at least defensively. I know they're getting a few things back offense. So now you've got a Pete Carroll disciple, right? You got someone who runs a pretty similar derivation of that, only there is no Max Crosby. I know he got hurt in that game, to deal with. And you look at all the concepts that worked so well just a week ago, and now you get a desperate Dan Quinn who doesn't really want to be aggressive, who is Pete Carroll light. I feel like it's a really good spot for the Chiefs to do damage. Speaking of doing damage, Beltway Ben, let everybody know what we've done since we launched this show May 21st. Look, terrible Sunday for me. I own it, man. I feel worse about it than you guys do. Trust me. I got to stop the feast or famine stuff. I mean, it's awesome to feast. It's been great. And we have really feasted lately, especially in soccer markets. But a couple of yards short, that's the way it goes, man. That's gambling. All our picks in real time in a super Discord. If you're Spotifyers, you can go to my Twitter, Ben's Twitter, get the link tree there. You can click on the little QR code there. Tomorrow, I guess at noon, Ben?
Yeah, we'll be on YouTube at noon and then Twitter sometime from 2 to 4.
Okay, so there you have it. Take delay on Twitter, live on the YouTube. You want to bet, we want to bet. Thank you for betting with us.